Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carter Walker. I love talking about movies, music, comics, and games, and I have had the awesome opportunity this weekend to go to the Sundance Film Festival. I have a review for Kidnapping Inc. that's out on my channel right now. Go check it out. And today we were planning on seeing Ghostlight. We actually had tickets for it, and we get up there, we're in line, and they said, hey, there's these pass holders that filled the theater. Unfortunately, these tickets don't really guarantee you a seat because these pass holders got ahead of you. Sorry, better luck next time, you lose. And we were just sent out of the theater, which was kind of a bummer because Ghostlight was supposed to be really good. So a friend and I went and checked out Anatomy of a Fall, which is nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars and also has a ton of other nominations, like Sandra Hüller is nominated for Best Actress. And so I was really interested in checking this one out. It's a French film. It has a lot of English spoken in it though, and it's showing at quite a few theaters. So I was really excited to go see this one. And Anatomy of a Fall is directed by Justine Triet. I could totally be mispronouncing that. It's focused on a family who suffers a loss, and the loss is kind of suspicious, and so one of the family members gets investigated for it, and once they're investigated, it becomes a full-on trial. And this kind of just spells out what happens from there. It kind of just focuses on everything spilling out. And I'll just jump right into my positives. For me, the biggest thing that I liked about this movie was the focus of the event and how much it can derail someone's life. I loved the way that it portrayed the event. It gives you the facts first, it plays it out, and it lets the viewer make it their own opinion on everything. It presents the facts in a very informative way, and it just plays everything out, and I thought that it was done in a very well written manner. The screenplay for this film is really freaking great, and the performances are incredible, especially in the last half of the movie when things really start crashing into each other. I really loved, again, Sandra Hüller's performance was fantastic. The dog is great as well, but also the son, I believe his name is Milo Macado Grainer. I could totally be butchering that. I probably am. But I thought his performance was extremely well done, and especially in the last act of the film, he gets a lot of moments to shine. I thought were just really smart and played out in this film. Supporting cast is really strong as well, and you get to see a bunch of different characters filled out, and I just thought it was very interesting how they play the movie out, and it just kind of, like I mentioned before, it shows you everything, and you get to just kind of live in this world for quite some time. The direction, cinematography, set design is all very well done. Again, it's French, so it's a French film, so it's really cool to see a bunch of the cultural differences portrayed there and everything get done in French. And this review just will be a little bit shorter just because it's a movie that I really respected a little bit more than I enjoyed. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed the movie and I liked it. However, a lot of my enjoyment from films comes from rewatchability. And so this is a movie where I was like, man, this is pretty good, but I don't think I'll ever rewatch it. Everything in this film was pretty great. Like I mentioned, the screenwriting was fantastic. The performances are incredible. However, if I had to pick mixed and negatives, I do think that the biggest thing that stood out to me was just the length. This movie felt super long, and I don't think it's really that long. Okay, actually, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I really felt the length on this one, unfortunately. I think there's just quite a few shots that hold on for too long, some scenes that just kind of feel needless, and I get it's kind of just letting you sit in this world, but I think that it could have benefited the script a little bit if you just cut a few quick scenes. Just honestly, they're seconds long. I'm assuming the Academy knows a lot more than I do because it's nominated for an Oscar, and I'm doing YouTube reviews on here, so I'm not expecting my opinion to be trumping anything else. This is just my opinion. I felt it could have been a little bit shorter, and I do think that the way it wraps up was a little underwhelming. The movie takes a very interesting approach to the trial and how everything plays out that mirrors real life, and I liked the way that it did it. I thought the idea was really interesting. However, I also would have liked to see other ideas played out, and I'm really trying not to spoil anything here. And I do think the theme and the message of the movie plays out well. However, it just kind of left me feeling a tiny bit underwhelmed as I left the theater. Honestly, that's it, guys. I don't really have much to say about this film. It's nominated for an Oscar. If you're interested, I would recommend checking it out. Very tight courtroom drama. It's got a lot in it, though. There's 2 hours and 30 minutes to unpack, and my biggest thing here was probably just the runtime, along with just kind of the pacing a little bit. Again, nominated for an Oscar, so I'm rocking no microphone. My microphone doesn't work, so let me know if the quality of the audio is all right. If it sucks, then I'll just shell out money for a new microphone, but I don't really feel the need to right now. As I was editing, I was like, yeah, this doesn't sound too bad. This is pretty baller. Anyways, guys, have you seen Anatomy of the Fall? What did you think about it? Let me know what you think Best Picture should be for the Oscars. Let me know if you think Sandra Hüller deserves an Oscar for this. I honestly think she does. She was pretty phenomenal in the role, even if I wasn't overly excited about this movie. Anyways, as always, my name's Carter Walker, and have a great rest of your day.